Hi, are you having rodent problems around your properties? Hi, this is Frank with NaturePest. In this episode, we're going to show you how to identify the root causes of rodent problems, how to control and eliminate them from your property, so stay tuned. Okay, we're going to walk around this property. We're going to identify some problems that could help you eliminate and reduce rodent problems. This is part of integrated pest management. You see here, that standing water, that is enough water to feed an army of rodents for weeks and months. And rodents, like most other animals and insects, all they need are basic things like food, water, and shelter. As long as they have that, they're able to live. Now, see this standing water? That's just creating a problem not only for mosquitoes, insects, but also rodents around the property. So eliminating water from your property is going to help you eliminate your rodent problem. A common way rodents enter property is through voids in the property structure. A door like this, which has a huge gap of about an inch or more, rodents can get in to the building and then access the property through any one of different ways. And one of the ways is places like this where there's conduits going into the structure that have not been properly sealed, and they can go in through those pipes up into your building and into the structure and invade your property. So seal off any areas larger than 1/4 of an inch to eliminate rodent infestations. Since rodents need a place to live, they rely on shrubbery, trees, and palms to hide in. Heavy shrubbery around a property can create rodent harboring and just living around your property. So reducing the amount of shrubbery that you have up against the property will eliminate those rodents from being up against your property. Palm trees are a great place not only for rodents to hide in, but also the fruit they produce provides food and abundance for rodents. See all those seeds that came off of that palm tree? Those will ferment and rodents will eat those and just have enough food to be able to live around this property. So combined with all the heavy shrubbery and the food and the water, rodents have a place to live comfortably around your property. By reducing or eliminating these problems, picking up the seeds and removing the seeds, you will reduce the rodent population around your property. One of the most eco-friendly ways to control rodents around your property is with the old-fashioned snap trap. It is eco-friendly, it requires no chemical usage. It is the most humane way to control rodents because it kills the rodents very quickly and he feels no pain. So this is the most humane way to do it. This is a twist because you use a rodent attractant like Provoke by Bell Labs, and you put it here instead of using cheese or using peanut butter, which you could have some serious problems with if people around you are allergic. So what you do is you put the rodent attractant in there and you basically snap it back, so you no longer risk of having to put that wire across the hammer and getting your finger caught. Now what we do, I'm going to show you here, bring down the camera. We're going to put it in a station. I'm going to bring down the camera, and we put it in a rodent station like this, which is in Protect the Sidekick, okay? And you put it in there, and what it's going to do, the rodent's going to go through there and go into there where that food is, and then once you close it and shut it, it protects against, if you have small animals like a dog or cat in the house, it's going to protect against you getting your foot caught in there or somebody accidentally sticking their hand behind a cupboard where you put it and getting their finger cut off. Once you catch the rodent, you simply take the hammer, the rodent is in there, and you can just easily dispose of the rodent without having to touch it. So it's very, 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 very convenient. And this is a Victor snap trap, and this one is a Protect the Sidekick by Bell Labs. It comes with a key so that you can protect and lock it so that nobody can get into it. And this is probably the best way if you have indoor rodents to catch them. Indoors, you never want to use a rodenticide. There's a couple of reasons why. Number one is if that rat dies inside, you're going to have a huge smell and a huge problem for days and weeks to come. Second, if you put a rodenticide and a child or an animal gets a hold of it, it is an anticoagulant. So it will cause internal bleeding in the person or the animals. And if you leave those little pellets behind, little kids have known to eat those thinking they're Pop Rocks or some candy. and the child ends up going to the hospital. So you never want to use a chemical rodenticide indoors. An effective and eco-friendly way of catching mice inside your property is to use a good old-fashioned glue board. Now the glue boards can be put and laid flat. It has a protective thing. We peel it back, and once you do that, it exposes the glue. What you do is you put in the center some dried fruit, which mice like. Mice have different feeding habits than rats. So you want to put maybe some dried fruit in there, like some raisins, and then just put it in one place that nobody's going to touch it, and leave it there. Because if you move it around, mice are very suspicious little suckers, and they will look at this and say, hey, that wasn't there before, and he will take a couple of days to catch him. You're not going to catch him like a rat. A rat will eat anything. But mice, no, mice are more. Protect all your food, hide all your food in the house so it's not accessible to them, and keep your house clean. And then if you put this out, you'll be able to catch mice. It also turns into a tent. Mice and rats like going into places where they feel protected. So this will actually curl up. It has a corrugated area, and you actually just bend it up like this. And you take all the little areas, you bend it all together. And once you do that and you bend it all up, what you will do is remove the covering and then snap it together, and you end up with a little house for the mice to get into. And they will go in there and you'll catch them and then just simply throw it out. So it's completely disposable. It's the most hygienic way without having to use a rodenticide or use any chemicals to get rid of your mice, which I don't recommend you ever put a rodenticide indoors. What we have here is an Evo Express rodent bait station. Now, this is the best way to control rodents on the exterior of the property using rodenticides. And this comes with a weight, a concrete weight at the bottom, to keep it from little children and little pets from being able to flip it over. When you get the station, it comes with a packet which has the little stakes, and what you do is you go ahead and you put these little stakes in here, okay, and you stick them in there, you set it up, and you use a rodenticide. We use Final by Blocks, and this is a Bell Labs product. And the reason we use this product, it is very, very effective at controlling large populations of rats very, very quickly. It is probably the quickest and most effective product on the market. It only requires rats to have one feeding, and then they'll die within a couple of days. Unlike other products that might require the rat to come back and have multiple feedings and take longer to control the population. Also, the attractant in it, we've seen it's superior to anything else. We've used organic products, we've used different types of products together with it, and rats seem to prefer this over any other product we've used. Now what you do is it comes in, it is a chemical, it is a rodenticide, it is an anticoagulant, and it is very dangerous if you leave this around where children or anybody can get to it, where they can feed on it. It does have a peanut product, so if you are allergic to peanuts or somebody on your property is allergic to peanuts, you should not be using this product. Unfortunately, there are very few rodenticide products on the market that do not contain a peanut product or some type of nut product in it. And unfortunately, the manufacturers are developing products, but they don't seem to be as effective. And people want an effective solution. They want it quickly, but they also want it to be peanut-free and environmentally responsible. And unfortunately, right now, it just doesn't exist. And you cannot get everything you want out of a product or out of a service. So we're just letting you know and being transparent in this that there's just not available to us. But it is safe if you use it correctly. You're going to add this in there, load up your station with all your products like that, and you're going to close it up. It has a lock in it, so now what the rodent is going to go in there. It has a labyrinth which does not allow children to be able to stick their hand through there and get their hand in there and get that bait. Also will not allow cats and dogs to get in there and get that bait. It's easy clean because once you open it up and the bait is gone, you can just go ahead and take and dump that out. The remains, the little seeds that remain and anything that might be in there like dirt, and easily clean it out and reload it with bait again. And that's pretty much it. You're going to put it up against the property. We're going to show you how to do that, and you're going to space it approximately every 30 feet. You want to put these preferably in an area where there's low sun and high shade areas where the rodents like to live in. That's going to make it easier to control them. So we're going to show you that in a minute. So we're going to take an area like this. There's a little noise here because there's a transformer next to me. But we're going to take the station and you're going to put this part which has the hole, and you're going to put it up against the wall right there in an area where it's shaded, up against the wall like that, because rodents like to walk across near the wall. Their whiskers will hit up against the wall and they can feel a surface, and that's how they feel safe. So by doing that, you're going to make sure that you're going to cause him to go in there as he's walking through the property. And then what you do is you come in about once a month, inspect your cases, and refill them as necessary. Thank you for watching. If this video has been helpful to you, will you do us a favor and help us? Will you go down right now to the little thumbs up and give us a like on the video? This will indicate to other viewers that this video has been helpful to you. Also, you can subscribe to our channel down there, hit the subscribe button, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and immediately you'll be notified when new videos are available. You can also go to our website at naturepest.com, and there you can subscribe to our free blog where you can receive information about pests, weeds, diseases, nutrition, and anything going on in the pest world. We thank you for watching, and we wish you a pest-free day.